What is going on, everybody? Yeah, it's Craig, and I'm back again. What is this, the third video in like 2 weeks? I hate to disappoint you, though. It's the last one, unboxing-wise, for a bit. And what we're opening today definitely is not at the same level as the Gunther was. And I don't remember what the other one was that we did. But that shows you my memory already. But I have a couple of things to show you. One of them is very much bridging two of my loves, which is wrestling and horror. But we're going to look at that second. What I have in here, I was going to say, I couldn't even find the label on the box. How'd it get to me? What I have in here is something that I didn't know existed. And then my buddy Larry shared it in our group chat. And I'm like, is that from so-and-so? And he's like, yes. And he told me where to find it. It was only $30. I'm like, oh, that's cool. But me being me, I got to look around some more too. And I actually found it for $5 plus 10 shipping. So I got this for $15. What is in here is a vacuum form plastic type mask. Probably not to say vacuum form. It's not. I don't think it's that good a quality. But it is of a movie that if you've not seen, I highly, highly recommend you see it. It is one of the movies that I know as a horror, a thrill lover, that even friends of mine who aren't that into it will enjoy the hell out of this movie. The movie is I See You. And in the movie, there were some characters. There were lots of different characters. But one of the characters in particular wore this mask. And I will show it to you. And again, it's just a cool piece. My buddy did tell me this, though, it counts as a new mask, which is like, I don't think it should, but I get it is a mask, so it does. But yeah, this is a very, very cheaper mask, which is why $5 is completely fine. But I'm not trying to wear it, I'm trying to display it. And I hate the fact that they put the $5 sticker on the mask itself. But this is the frog mask from I See You. I could give you more backstory on this mask, but I don't want to. I think you should see the movie and don't let the mask. Don't even look up into the word frog if you don't know it. I didn't know it. I looked up the word frog before I saw the movie. It ruined a little bit of it for me. It's still an awesome movie though. But this is from Funworld. The I See You frog mask. Very, very cool. And this is great. Gonna put a little thumbtack or tap it up on the wall. I will try to get rid of the $5 sticker. I have heard it doesn't come off well, so we might have to just deal with it. But we'll put that down. And now we can get into the horror element, and wrestling too. But this is, in here is a figure that I got from Amok Times. Again, I think it was like $15, $20. Not a big thing, but I love put stuff together. Like if I have a cool mask and I get a figure behind it, I like that addition to it. So I got this figure because of the auto that I'm going to show you in the other box that I got open. And that auto is the one that bridges wrestling into it with me. Although technically, this figure should bridge wrestling too, and I'll tell you what that means in a second. So this figure is very cool. I should have got the black and white one though. I got the color one to juxtapose the photo you're going to see, but it probably would have been better to go with the black and white. But this is still very cool. This is a Tor Johnson figure. And if you're not familiar with Tor Johnson, I'll be honest, I don't know how many people know him from the older movies, like Planet 9 from Outer Space, or Lobo, in The Bride of the Monster, also The Beast of Yucca, Night of the Ghouls. So, he was, though, a former Swedish professional wrestler. So, technically, this could be the wrestling connection. It is not, though. The wrestling connection I'm about to show you is something that I'm so happy I even looked up to see if it existed. But I have slowly added a couple of wrestling autos. Not anything crazy, a few figures. And actually, I realized I do have one of them still coming in, so there'll be another video. But, this is one of my favorite wrestlers from back in the day. This is a signed 8x10. Now you might be like, wait, what the hell? You showed me Tor Johnson, you talked about movies from the 50s, and now it's like in the 60s, and now you're like your favorite wrestler, and it's signed. Must have been really expensive if he wrestled back then. No, it's not, and he did not wrestle back then. He wrestled 80s. I don't think he made it into the 90s. He probably wrestled in the 70s too. But you still might be asking yourself, what the hell does that have to do with Tor Johnson? Well, this particular wrestler, George the Animal Steele, is one of my favorite from when I was younger. George Steele, Hillbilly Jim, and the Ultimate Warrior. Hold on. Junkyard Dog and the Ultimate Warrior. Those were my four back in the day by far. Love those guys. Probably Ultimate Warrior least of them all. Because, I don't know, he was good, but I'm comparing to those others. And Hillbilly Jim was a badass, if you didn't know. But this is, and it's Beckett authenticated, a George the Animal Steele autograph. He died, I believe, in 17. Super cheap, this was, too. The only reason that's, like, I mean, also the guy accepted it. So it surprised me. I guess people just don't have the love for the old school. But this photo, and again, this is why I wish I got the black and white. Probably should have. I'm not sure what I was thinking. But we have, no, that's not Tor Johnson. That's not who you just saw. This is George the Animal Steele when he played Tor Johnson's character in Ed Wood back in, I believe, 94. So when I saw I could snap, again, I think this cost as much as the figure did. So it wasn't a big purchase. So I'm going to frame this up and I'm going to put that and the figure next to each other. I think it'll look really cool sort of in the backdrop. Although it'll be over here, so you won't be able to see it when we're on the video. But George the Animal Steele, let me know down below. You know, I know some of you, I definitely know if Uncle Ed watches this, he'll give me a whole list of his favorite wrestlers. Probably my boy Brian, too. Let me know, who were your favorite OG wrestlers? And, like, how did I not know you could get George the Animal Steele's autograph so affordably on something freaking cool? So here's them together. And, again, it probably would have been better. But I was thinking more of the contrast, you know, so we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to try to get the other one and maybe flip this. I think I'm okay with it. I'm okay with that comparison. You don't need everything mooted all the time. But anyway, folks, that is it. Again, it's nice to be able to do these videos. Admittedly, though, there is one more thing coming in, a signed wrestling figure, but then there is nothing for a bit. But that's okay, because, you know, we still have other stuff we can post about. We can rant and bitch about movies. And I do have some card things coming in, too, for those of you who watch that aspect of my channel. But, folks, as always, and again, remind you, let me know down below. I'm not just saying it to try to, let me get the comments. I know you need the comments. I have given up on monetization a while ago. I know it's not going to happen for me. I still have fun doing this stuff, though. So, you know, and I get to chat with you lovely folks. So, till we meet again, and down below, who are your favorite wrestlers from back then or today if you're younger? That's cool. I still dig the product. I still watch it. Just watched Elimination Chamber the other day. Till we meet again, folks. Peace.